How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Brawl. We're starting our drafting video today. Or our games drafting video. I normally pause this part, but the first one's generally easy to find. And we are in game one against House Atomics. We pulled a archetype that I'm not really that comfortable or used to playing in the raft, and that is like hard control. And I don't know. I don't know about the metrics of this deck. I don't think. My faith is very low. I don't think it's going to do very well. That's kind of where I'm at. But it's kind of what the packs lent themselves to, unfortunately. And we can't do anything until turn 2. We can cycle this guy for a swamp. And if we get that swamp, we can use it to cast this, and I guess this now. We'll need one more swamp for that. We haven't even split, so it's more likely than not at this point that we'll draw a swamp than not draw a swamp. Black. You are a tap land. I always forget you are a tap land. It makes me sad when uh, the tap land starts tap landing me. Yeah, I know, opponent. Look at me. I have colors. I wish I had a Terramorphic Expense instead. But what can we do? Go on, opponent. Swing in for 2. Reveal a land card. You may put it into your hand until you reveal a land. Okay. And we pass. We are control. Opponent gets their tap land, nullifying it coming into it play tapped because they stacked it on our turn. What are you doing, opponent? We might have to negotiate our current state of affairs. Uh, do we win before we draw every card in our library? Hey, Wanderer Sleeves, by the way. Always love me some more Wanderer Sleeves. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. No. The Blackland. We will tap that down. Some sun counters. So that unlocking or dread does not do what our opponent would like it to. In worst case scenario, we can just drop the Clammy Prowler and go from there. Depending on what our opponent does. If they don't tap out, like they might be retaliatory up a counterspell of their own. Always in the cards. Our opponent has Manifested Dread. We do have a Wrath, which is rare in draft. Normally, Wrath in draft are like 5, 6 mana, and that means they're generally just not worth bothering with. But when they're 4 mana, like that's kind of worth bothering. It's a way to deal with the board that doesn't have to pull any resources. I wish I would draw some more removal. I have 5 hard kill spells deck, and they're just not showing up yet. Anyways, so there we go. No more eyes from the floorboards. Boy, I needed that for stuff and things. Land. Our opponent has a good guy who always finds lands. All right, opponent. Can you deal with a 6/5? That's my question. Are we just going to swing into it? Do we have a pump spell? Do we have a removal spell and are willing to use pay the ward cost? Discard a card, opponent. That's us dead, I think. GG. So this is the first. This is our third draft in total, and first one where we lost game one. That's not a good start. I wasn't expecting good things, but we're gonna pause here. And now that we found a game, we will unpause. Gideon Jura, my God, the living legend himself. There's our pretty damnation. Um, Another reason to consider drafting as your choice for building a collection. Bots are dumb. Arena's bots are really dumb. Like they'll pass up on cards that have no business being passed up on. And what more can I say other than that? Like this boyo was not in our pack one. He was in our pack two, and that's a worrying sign. No block. I think I'm gonna let my opponent cast a bunch of things into damnation. I'll cast some things into dam. I was gonna Twisted Reality. I was gonna be cool. Now I just seem like a fool. They have one unknown, one dashing bloodsucker in the bin. Uh, yeah, this is what I was not hoping for. Ouch. Hmm. Black. And I guess we just wait. Counter the creature that comes down. And then wrap. Hmm. Hmm. What do you think of this, opponent? Can they cast two things in one turn? If we draw a land, we can cast our biggest boy. We could have cast our biggest boy. We have to deal with our opponent instead. My control plan isn't getting anywhere, and it makes me sad. Exile means it's gonna stay away. Our opponent uses a removal spell on it, though. Like, that will save it for future recycling. But it will also mean that they have kind of 2-for-1 themselves. And we're also kind of 2-for-1ing ourselves, so who knows? Who knows? Who can say? Now we just hope they draw blanks. If they draw blanks, I don't know. Decline. I don't really have anything that I can put in the bin and be happy as it's in the bin. You know? Blank. You love to see it. It just has to happen a few more times. Central library for a card. Put it into the. Yeah, see, I don't really want to do that. I don't have any. Well, actually, I didn't put it in the deck. If I had put it in the deck, it would have been a good thing, but. I mean, we'll check just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I didn't put it in the deck. There's a Boyo. He's not in here. Bad times. We'll keep this. Just because when it enters, it can tap down something. Did we win? Did our blind faith that our opponent wouldn't draw an enchantment for 4 turns in a row? Or 3 turns in a row? Yikes. Okay, sure. And then they get returned. This could still work. I mean, it can't block. Anyways, so. GG. So our plan did work. It just didn't work at the end. It just didn't need to work at the end, so it's fine. All right, I will pause. All right, guys, we are back. Fumble the keys there, so you got to see a little bit of the splash screen, but we did save 40 seconds, so all's well and good in the neighborhood. You know, I've never actually seen Mr. Rogers, but I do know the intro. I've heard it somewhere before. Opponent. This was like a. So one of the oddities, one of the weird aspects of your Brawl experience is Brawl experience, your MTGA experience. Oh my God, my brain is Brawl centric, but on MTGA, whenever matchmaking takes longer than expected, the general conclusion that you can come to is that Arena is having a hard time finding a match. And when Arena has a hard time finding a match, what generally happens is that you either get paired up against a player who is way above you or way weaker than you. And as you can see, our ranks are actually not that far off. Like, they aren't very good. Like, generally, this is a newer draft player, so we wouldn't get paired up against him unless there wasn't a lot of traffic, right? That's, I guess, the main thing I'm going for here, but it can be bad at times. It can be really, really bad. Boy, gotta poke those eyes. Um, and that's just kind of an aspect of Arena, unfortunately. More damage to a creature. My flyer is dead, maybe. No, okay. I can respect that. 1 damage a turn. Don't gotta worry about it. saw. I guess I get rid of this. I actually want that. We can ping each other down. 35 with reach actually hits my boy pretty bad. I might draw a removal spell. I knew what I was gonna draw. Right. I forgot about that part. Hmm. I don't think I missed the land drop this turn, so it's a Glimmer Light, not a Saw Blade. No block upon it. I'll take the damage. There's a Saw Blade. All right, we will get down this kid. Swinging for one. That's a turn. So we have semi-optimal trades. Survival. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Acrobatics Cheerleader is tapped, put a flying counter on it. This is going to be a brutal combat, don't you think, opponent? We do it. Sacrificing our Glimmer Token? Our land. Wow. I mean, that is an approach. To be sure. I mean, I have 3 finishers. I can miss out on one. Another survivalist. More card disadvantage. Let's get rid of that. Nanashi could be useful. And I will keep back on blocking. I'd say for the longest time, I played on the 360 offline, and it's kind of conditioned me that whenever I see a player two as a moniker, I'm like, eh, probably not a real person. Uh-huh. Hmm. One Nanashi, one Prowler. Now Nanashi can get back our enchantments, which will mean our removal is reusable, but it might be only among the milled cards. Know that many cards may put any number of legendary among them into your hand. No cards were put into your hand this way. He gets a counter. He's growing. Don't do it, opponent. Please, for the love of God, don't sacrifice more of your lands. I don't know what the plan is, but it's intimidating. Okay. I mean, I still don't think this works out very well. Because double block. They either let me have Nanashi or they kill my clam. And if they kill my clam, I mean, that's fine. He can go to the graveyard. But if they kill Nanashi, yeah, they're just kind of left with a clam that can't be killed. I mean, these do get buffs. My poor enchantment is not going to go very far. If he had one more, if he had one power, it'd be fine. But no. Sad times, sad days. Do it, opponent. Sacrifice another land. We're not going to actually do any damage, so we'll take it. 4 damage isn't a lot. Yikes. I cannot cast a damnation in these circumstances. What are we doing, opponent? The land draw cards. They have a theme. I respect it, honestly. I respect it. Aha. I mean, I'm just waiting to draw card advantage. I can't really take any of these losses anymore. Remanifesting Dread. My clan has died. Saddest day. I guess he's a horror. He's Clammy Prowler, but he's not actually a clam. He's just a dude. Ouch. Well, damnation. We're on a 7-turn clock. I think we kind of just had to free roll it there. There wasn't much we could do. Dread, okay. The ticket boost dread. Not the strongest of the dreads, but it is a dread. Saw blade. We were doing very well until we started doing not very well. And drawing too many lands is part of the problem. We actually lose this turn. That kind of sucks. Do we lose next turn? Beginning of your instep. Yeah, we lose the beginning of their instep. GG. Oh, rough. We're going to a game 3. Alright, we are back. What did we learn from that one? We learned never to underestimate an opponent. Our good opponent really did have a very concise build. It started to peter out there, and we might have been able to actually get it to start fizzling out, but it just didn't work out that way. Lerdigos Fiend, or Faithful. Faithful, he's not a fiend. He's a human cleric. It's very similar, though. Is our opponent dumping? Okay. That was a bold attack, opponent. Oh, wow. Are you an instant? Yeah, you're an instant. That's great. We can actually. Oh, well, if we had drawn that last game, we would have survived too, wouldn't we? Because it killed an enchantment as well. Goodness. I think we kill that just to make sure the reanimation doesn't happen. It's a very cheeky to cycle something and then reanimate it on turn 4. That is very cute. Don't appreciate it much, but it's very cute, and I can respect that. But the only spectral snatchers will be played fairly, I think. I hope. Very much hope that it's the case. What are we going to be spending our turn on opponent? We're going to manifest dread. Can you counter an unlocking room? I mean, that's cool. I don't care about that. Don't you try to stab my leech. Swing in for 2. So we can counter and Blood Pit. The opponent, that's just not cool. Uh-huh. We will swing in for 2. Play our 6/5. Hope to close out the game relatively soon, if possible. He do be a cool dude. He does not have ward though. And, we will try to seal the deal with another person. Our opponent needs to play 4 creatures to survive this game. Is it enough? Has our control deck kind of just gone aggroed? Might work. Okay. Now they only have to play 2 creatures. That is not 2 creatures. Have your pick, opponent. GG. All right, so we're 2-2 at the moment. That is our best record so far at drafting, which is abysmal, but hey, we're making progress, which I think is good. I will move on to the next one. We are right back into the action. That was very quick. Opponent, can you give me some time? Please, I'm not ready. I'm still emotionally celebrating the fact that I have won 2 games in a draft finally. We used to win more than 2 games in a draft regularly, but then we stopped drafting for like a year and a half and became as rusty as a car left out in a field for several decades. We're about as rusty as they come. I'm not gonna throw Leech out there. I think I'm just gonna flash in the Piler. Sure, on it if you want to. We will try to be the aggro player, I guess. If our opponent don't want to aggro, we will aggro. Like, I'm not scared of it. Being the person that's supposed to attack. I've attacked before. I could probably do it if pressed. Okay, I think our opponent was mana screwed. Like, that's my best reasoning. They got mana screwed, and it was kind of sad. And now that they're not mana screwed, they're trying to salvage their situation. Rude. Unlock. Hey, opponent, mill some cards, would you? There we go. Now my crab can actually deal damage, which will be key to the cracked skull plan. Play our crab, or our clam. We mill our opponent. Lands go to the bin opponent. Can't have those. Will you trade your boy for my mill boy? Okay, fair enough. You 6 damage is the most we can do. Could be good though. Could be good. We will swing in like this. Our boy's unblockable. The crab may be blocked if you so choose. And we will end the turn since we don't have anything to do. Yeah, the crab cracks or clammy cracked skull combo is just really nice. Like it is just kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? So what is the wording on you? Whenever a creature you control attacks alone. See, I knew there was a catch-22 to that. I knew it. So we can nearly set up lethal next turn. We can force blocks, basically. We attack in with Clammy. Don't you dare, opponent. Oh my god. Really? Vengeance will be had, opponent. Gonna rip that hand apart. I can go to the bin. Can go to the bin. I think I'm gonna keep my enchantment for now. If they play a singular blocker, I might consider getting rid of it. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, goodbye. You're welcome to pay 3 life, opponent. To draw some cards. It's right there. You're gonna do it. Okay. That's a bold. I don't know if it's gonna pay off. It could. It very much could. Oh, you gain 3 life. What? That is dumb. A black card that puts cards in your hand and you gain life from it. Wizards, what are you thinking? Opponent? Snap block, okay. We got rid of it for no cost. Almost no cost. This boy could come back. He doesn't even come back untapped. Or tapped. Generally, when they come back from the bin, they gotta be tapped. There's sorcery. Exile to get rid of the life gain. Swing in for 2. Finality counter means that's gone. And we're at parity now. We are at literal parity now. Thanks for your time, opponent. Sure. Let's see if they draw anything. Could be a counter spell. Could be a removal spell. You never know. Or a creature, I suppose. No. I have me some of those. I don't want to see them. Okay. Okay, this is a start. 1/4 flyer. Should outpace our opponent better than doing nothing. I don't have many draw. Leyline of the Void. Oh, wow. Opponent. The game may well be over. I've actually drawn something. Let's say, in the actual build video, I talked about how certain decks I'm not all that comfortable in running. Control decks in draft is one of those archetypes I'm not very comfortable playing, but like this, just quid pro quo beatdown, like that is my cruising zone in draft. We'll go on to the next one. We are back for our game 6. Oh my god, 6 games, 36 minutes. I can't believe it. This is risky. I'm not mulliganing it though, so if we dies, we dies. That's where we're at. Grab our swamp. Ooh, a glimmer. I got one of them too. I thought it was real good. Get down my Menace boy. He can block one once. Well, he's not gonna block that one. Any target? That's insane, man. A red card. Other than the life gain. Where is my damnation? I kind of need it now. Now more than ever, honestly. Have you seen my crab? My clam. It's a clam. It's a horror and it saved my life on countless occasions. Man, I am lucky that Shuffler has decided that whenever we get land screwed, it's going to be swamps. Because if we ever get land screwed on just islands, we have no recourse. We don't have the shark in the deck. Opponent? Wow, we drew a land. I approve. That one. Let me look at that hand there real quick. That's a thing, that's a thing, that's a thing. Of the things I kind of don't like that thing the most. No attack. We will be blocking. They're gonna. We should have done it the other way. Because then we could have. That one's a 6 drop. The one in the hand is a 5 drop. The 5 drop. Sure. I'll block. Opponent. Oh, okay. Neat. Give it that good old skull crack. On it. You have a flyer in hand. Can't really deal with that. So, not even gonna try. Something to block the 1/1s. This has worked out. Like, it hasn't not worked out. It feels like it should be working less well than it has, but I can't control how something works and how something doesn't work. Unfortunately. If I could, it would be great. So we'll just play this guy. into an open counterspell. Bravo. My brilliance knows no bounds. GG. My opponent just has to break through. It deals. That is dumb. Sure, I'll take it. So I kind of got to kill that. I kind of don't have a choice there. The way that's worded means that it'll kill the creature. It's whatever blocks it to kill it, and then it'll kill any creature that it happens to also target, because it gains the death touch and it is the one dealing the damage. So any amount of death touch damage is enough to kill. Hmm. Start dealing some damage. We can kill a rabbit next turn, or this turn. Trade 4 damage for 2, basically. Hmm. Pass. We'll take it. Our opponent has been coalescing cards in hand. Uh, and there might be a counterspell among them, but there also might just not be anything. So we'll see. Draw 2 cards, create a white glimmer. Okay. Whole lot of nothing. No attack. My 1/4 is good for blocking a glimmer token. Bye bye, boyo. You did good. Outpaced. Outpaced, outpaced, outpaced. Next turn, our opponent can attack in. They just keep attacking with rabbits. That's where they're at, I think. They just keep, like, making me trade. Really? Yeah, no block on that. I know what that does. I have read the card. Yikes. Damnation, one time, please. Damnation kills me. It legit just kills me. I miss the land. GG. Well, that unfortunately is the end of our run. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.